Core North moves to unseat Tinubu as Middle Belt declares support for president. My dear listeners, a good news to some, while a sad news to some, as Core North moves to unseat Tinubu as Middle Belt declares support for president. This sounds interesting now. Yeah, so my dear listeners, here is an interesting news we'll bring to your listening ears today. Moving down to the full details. Before I do that, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. Northern leaders are divided over the potential re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, with core Northerners determined to unseat him, while minority groups express support for his second term. According to media reports, the once unified North is now split, as several political and socio-cultural groups argue that Tinubu has not served Northern interest, while others insist his administration has benefited minority communities in the region. The Middle Belt. Southern Kaduna residents, Hausa Christians of northern Nigeria, and many natives of Plateau State have distanced themselves from the push to remove Tinubu, stating that they have fared better under his leadership. However, key figures among core Northerners, including political and indigenous groups, insist that Tinubu does not deserve another term, citing economic hardship and insecurity. The growing divide is evident in social media exchanges between prominent northern politicians, such as former Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai and human rights activist Senator Shehu Sani, who have taken opposing stances on Tinubu's governance. The Arewa Consultative Forum (ACF), a major political and cultural body in the north, has refrained from endorsing any candidate but stated that the region cannot be coerced into supporting Tinubu. The ACF Secretary General, Muritala Aliyu, reaffirmed that the forum remains non-partisan, stating, "We do not involve ourselves in promoting or antagonizing any candidate." Meanwhile, the League of Northern Democrats, a coalition of APC, PDP and NNPP members, has vowed to back an alternative candidate, arguing that Tinubu's administration has failed to meet the North expectations. Spokesperson Ladan Saliu said, "The government has not delivered on its promises. Even those who voted for Tinubu now regret it. His administration has brought hardship, poverty and suffering to the people." The National Coalition of Northern Groups echoed this sentiment, warning that if economic conditions do not improve, the North will reject Tinubu in 2027. Jamilu Karanchi, president of the coalition, told Punch, "The North has the majority of vote. If Tinubu continues on this path, people will not re-elect him." Former Secretary to the Government of the Federation Babachir Lawal has also joined efforts to unseat Tinubu, vowing to work with El-Rufai to prevent his re-election. Lawal stated, "The North is mobilizing with a consensus that Tinubu must step down in 2027 if he wins. Northern Nigeria will turn into one large refugee camp." Despite the growing calls for his removal, northern minorities have pledged their support for Tinubu, with the Middle Belt Forum reiterating their commitment to backing a southern presidency in 2027. My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news, and a quick one here. I will start by saying, by this common word that goes circular, in which we always say, that says, "they play." You know, I've seen Tinubu, regardless of how old and how aged he can be. This man is very, very, very corny, and I don't seem to understand those people that are thinking over unseating Tinubu would bring peace or would make this country progress. We are not talking about the main problems. We are the main problems. Even you will unseat Tinubu today, those people that would still emerge as the president of this country, how sure you know their mindset? You definitely know, but just because Tinubu is not answering to your own wishes, that's why you're planning to unseat him. I'm not taking sides, to be honest, but that's just the fact. That's just the fact saying. So, my dear listeners, that would be all for today. Kindly please do ensure you drop by the comment section